All right, we're live, so don't say anything too controversial. I haven't posted it yet, though. At channel Chiefs-Bengals. Nope, I was about to post my like. BLM. Boom. And boom.
Oh.
Yes, sir. All right. I'll give people like a minute to file in here before I do my thing here. How about that explosive Cleveland Browns passing attack? How about Greg Carpenter, man? Just
Yeah,
something.
he looked a
Something.
little shaky. He threw a touchdown pass on his first drive.
Yeah, he got
that
two
was a good
touchdowns from what I
start.
remember, yes, sir.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know, we're surviving. Oh, I gotta mute that. There we go. All right. As people start flowing here, first off, I mean, you all recognize the voice by now. Dan, sir, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing well, Connor. Just excited to do this matchup. We got two good teams. These are two guys that actually haven't won a playoff game in a couple seasons at least.
Yeah.
I know Alex has been a little bit longer, so I know they're both hungry to win tonight, and I'm very excited to see what happens.
These are going to be two very, very motivated teams here in the Chiefs and Bengals. Of course, if you just look form-wise, the Bengals 14-2 on the season, won the AFC North pretty decisively. Got just a series of very nice wins across the season. Cody, I would say one of his more impressive regular seasons of the cycle so far, and he's had plenty of them. But on the other side, you have this Kansas City Chiefs team that has just been kind of languishing the last few weeks offensively. I mean, we just saw them get their cheeks clapped by Phil's Denver Broncos, after guaranteeing a win. That was kind of tough. But even before that, weeks 15, week 16, it just seems like Mahomes and company haven't been able to get anything going. You could approach this like from a scheme perspective, from like a mentality perspective, whatever you want. Has there been anything you've noticed from Alex this season, like any reason why his offense has suddenly stalled out when it was, to be fair, pretty efficient in the previous seasons?
Yeah, Alex is a very interesting guy when he comes to Madden. I don't know. Honestly, I think what the biggest factor with Alex is he's trying to hit the home run every play. And you can't do that, especially when you're playing someone good and competent. He likes to, scheme his way to find some bombs. And everyone has their bombs that they like, but, you can't. Even with your Patrick Mahomes and 99 speed Tyreek Hill, in a league like this with competent users on defense, it's very hard to just close your eyes and throw a touchdown. You just can't do it. So I think Alex has got to take his checkdowns, try and not go for the home run ball every play and just, move the chains and try and have long, efficient drives because you win titles in this league by efficiency. You don't win them by, the fireworks.
Yeah, you're 100% right. Just a fundamental, kind of like me, just needs to make a fundamental change to the way he approaches the passing game, especially if he wants to win this one. I completely agree. Now, on the other side, of course, defensively, you've got the best user linebacker in the league this season, Akeem Davis-Gaither, who has just been absolutely eating this season. I don't know the exact number of picks, but it's real. It's up there. Let's just say that. It feels like Cody's just lurking, inside the hashes just every single time. From Cody's perspective, of course, so many weapons all across the field. Of course, Joe Burrow with his X Factor abilities. You got John Ross, just a variety of, receivers and tight ends out there. What do you think his keys to the game are? Because Alex, we know that, Cody may be the favorite on paper, but we know that Alex is very capable of winning this game. What do you think Cody has to do, at least offensively, in order to make sure he comes away with this one?
I think he's got to just hit his reads. Definitely pound the rock. Cody likes to say when it's playoff time, it's Joe Mixon's time. So he's definitely going to try and test that run, see if it works. And if Alex doesn't know how to stop it, if Alex doesn't have an answer, Cody's going to keep pounding it. So expect a lot of that early on in this game. And, when we go, out of the first quarter into the second quarter and whatnot, definitely see Cody mix it up, use that hot route master, have those little skinny posts, those, Texas routes that he loves. Cody's just got so many options with that Joe Burrow. It should be, very, very good, and he can have a very creative offense. So I'm excited to see how he does. And, if the run game fails, he's definitely got great answers in the pass.
100%. Yeah, you're exactly right. Both of these quarterbacks, Mahomes and Joe Burrow, both very efficient this season, especially Joe Burrow, who has had by far the best season, regular season at least, as we have a snow game, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see how that impacts things. That'll be... I'd love to get your thoughts, actually, on who you think that benefits. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. We have... Really, I mean, I think this is the game, the wild card matchup that I was probably the most excited for. You've got two multiple-time Super Bowl champions here. Alex's Kansas City Chiefs versus Cody's Cincinnati Bengals. Of course, both teams wearing solid colors here in the snow. And Cody already falling down, not wanting to risk a fumble the first play. And as Cody takes the field, I don't know how much you've been talking to Cody about this matchup, but how aggressive do you think it's going to be here early, especially given that it's a snow game?
No, I just think he's just gonna play his ground and pound run game. You see him already in that I form. He's gonna test the run defense. That's it. You know, that's it. If Alex doesn't know how to stop it, then he'll just keep doing it.
Now, already audibling here, coming on to CMAS play here, levels sales. He will dump this off, and it's hard to see the names with the snow on the ground, but the tight end there falls forward for gain of 5. And yeah, I'm expecting to see a very efficient performance here from Joe Burrow. Alex. Obviously a very solid defensive user. I'm not trying to take anything away from him, but not like anything super special where all of a sudden I think it'll particularly fluster Joe Burrow. And especially given Alex's, pedestrian almost feels too nice. His pass rush has just not gotten through ever. So if Joe Burrow has all the time in the world back there, it's going to be real tough as we have a trap play as Joe Mixon for the first time able to fall forward there for game 2, and we have our first third down of the day.
Now, you're going to see Cody a lot under center. This is something he's liked to do ever since Joe Burrow got Hot Route Master, because you can open up anything you want when you have all those routes that you can put on any receiver on the field. It's not like you're in gun and you just have like a limited amount of options for plays you can run. So it's definitely going to be kind of as he hits a slant or drag right there, yeah.
Vicious hit there, and I know Cody not a fan of turning on conservative. He and I disagree in that regard, especially in a snow game. We'll see. We'll see if Alex is able to land those hit sticks, but nice read there. And yeah, Alex already getting caught in the D-line. That was interesting. Maybe got caught making adjustments, but regardless, the first down of the day here. And now Joe Burrow and company again coming out under center. As you mentioned, we have a counter here. Joe Mixon utilizes his hold beautifully and once again gets rocked, but not before getting a gain 12 and a first down.
Yep. Gonna pound that rock, and he's got to be a little worried about those hit sticks. He says he doesn't want to go on conservative anymore, so maybe that'll bite him in the butt if he ends up coughing that ball.
I don't know. I mean, Justin and you are the only two guys to make me fumble on conservative. Very strange. We have a 5-man rush, gets picked up, and the corner routes wide open, unable to get past that man, but Sample able to fall forward all the way to the 36-yard line, and Cody looking very comfortable in the passing game so far, 1st and 10.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I don't know if that was a Hot Route Master corner or that was just like a stock corner, but that just blew by that man coverage. And, it's so tough because, as I said, he can do whatever he wants under center.
Very nice stick work there by Cody to get Willie Gay kind of stuck on his feet. And nice gain of 10 there, 2nd in inches. And, yeah, I mean, this is honestly about what I was expecting from Cody. Nice balance of the passing game and the running game so far, hitting a variety of locations on the field, in the passing game. Just doing a very solid job overall, and we have not really seen any even remotely risky decisions yet from this Cody-led Bengals offense. And really, I mean, as you know, Dave, this is what he's been doing all season long.
Absolutely. And you asked me if the snow, who's going to have a better advantage.
Yes.
I think Cody will. Cody will, because I think that snow actually impedes your throw power a little bit. And since Cody does have gunslinger, he's still going to be able to shoot the ball, whereas Mahomes is not. So that could actually be a big difference when they're throwing it to tight windows.
The inside run there went for a loss of 1. We now have a 3rd and 1 at 27, and I don't know. I mean, if he gets stuffed here, knowing Cody, Cody, one of the more conservative users in terms of, going for it on 4th down, going for 2, etc. But regardless, he has the opportunity to pick this up here. 3rd and 1 looks like coming out in an RPO setup here. He will he goes to the dump off the last second. John Ross able to spin off the man. Will he get the touchdown? Unable to, but a huge animation there. Gain of 15 and a 1st down for John Ross.
Oh wow, that was kind of a late throw on that RPO.
Yeah.
It looked a little risky, to be honest, but it ended up working out in the end.
No, I thought it was a horrible decision. I mean, he had the handoff wide open for a 1st down, but instead chose to dump it off, and got to give him credit. It worked out. Another big gain in the passing game here for this Joe Burrow-led offense, and now we have a first red zone play of the day. Play action. We got crossers. B's open. Instead, he goes to the dump off. Joe Mixon tries to juke 2 men, unable to do so. Gain of 2.
Yeah, nothing wrong with taking your dump off. Just gain a couple yards. Even on that hard play, you still gain 2 yards. So, good play for Cody. If you're not gonna, chuck it in the end zone, just go take your flat.
100%. Yeah. Again, being so smart in the passing game so far. Cody is, and we'll see what he's able to do again. And now that the D-line's in this situation, I would hike it immediately, and he does exactly that. Trap concept gets absolutely nothing. It'll fall forward for, we'll try to say, a gain of 1, but 3rd and long-ish for the first time all game here, 3rd and 8.
Yeah, I didn't like that run, at least to Joe Mixon. You saw him puffing and puffing a little bit. Fatigue matters in this game. It really does, and Cody's got to, you got to look at those, whether guys are yellow or red in your formations, because they're not going to be able to make good plays when they're tired.
Experience out of Banner plenty. He will drop back. No one open. Joe Burrow may have this, though. Burrow takes off and slides just before the first down line. And do we expect Cody to go for it here? 4th and 1, early decision time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's going for it. Yeah. On that play, he was looking for the wheel route with a running back. That was going to be a pretty hot dot, but Alex covered up with his user.
Yeah, I was going to say, good user coverage there as we have a whole lot of guys coming in the chat here. First off, Justin saying, go Cody, F the Chiefs, and then CMAS. I mean, we got to donate for his birthday. I need to see some donations here, especially, season 30, y'all. We got to get some donations going here. Donate to the Better League Network whenever you can. 4th and 1 play of the day here so far for both teams. What will he cook up? The blitz gets picked up. No one really open, though. Throws it and intercepted. And what will he be able to do here? Gets to the 9-yard line. An early, huge momentum play there. Willie Gay on the interception. 1st and 10 for Kansas City.
Yeah, honestly, I didn't see anybody open. Alex did a great job covered everything up with his user. I think he might have been looking for a high-low on the left side of the field, but the pressure did get there very quickly. So, tough play for Cody. Now let's see what Alex does.
Super tough, yeah. And, you got to give Alex credit, bend but don't break. That's what that drive came down to, and a huge stop on 4th down. And now Alex's offense, which again has been the issue, I would say, for Alex these past few weeks. But we know that, when Alex is on, he's as efficient, as explosive as they come. Handoff, Clyde, Edwards-Helaire. Not much of anything there. We'll charitably say a gain of 1. Psych, gain of 2. 2nd and 8.
Yeah, Cody's in that 4-3 under. Pretty good. Stop the run. Anything with those 4 down linemen, that's pretty good. So expect to see that a lot if Alex is under center. Otherwise, he'll probably be in that 3-4.
2nd and 8 again. What will Mahomes be able to do, especially given whether his throw power is impacted by the snow? As you were saying, Edwards-Helaire, really nice click off there by Cody to get his player in the right position there. 3rd and 7 already here for Kansas City.
Yeah, just good run defense. There's really nothing he can do, and these 3rd and longs, this game's going to be decided by these 3rd and longs if these guys can't get some gains on the run.
Yeah, this cannot be the consistent situation here for this Alex-led Kansas City Chiefs team. You give this Cody-led defense too many 3rd and long opportunities. Eventually, Davis Gaither is going to eat you alive if you throw it at him. But for now, that's going to be a delay of game. Yeah, it took a little too long trying to get the motion aside.
Yeah.
And Cody doesn't accept every penalty. Yeah. He'll accept that one, 3rd and 12.
Oh, yeah. That's not any EA BS. That's just Alex just being too cute isn't on that.
Mm-hmm.
Way too cute. Sometimes you just gotta, snap something and make a read.
Yeah.
Simple.
Yeah. And now we'll see what he's able to do again. Motions Sammy Watkins out to the right side over there. Back to Mahomes. Making serious adjustments, and again, I say it every time, but so important to disguise your coverage as Mahomes drops back, goes to the corner route, might have it. Tyreek Hill able to come down with it, gain a 28 a first down, and what a hot dot there from Mahomes.
Yeah, that's a big CMAS play with Cooper Kupp. Yeah, it's that tight formation, that play action shot thing. Great. Alex does love that with Tyreek, and even out of some other formations too. He runs that kind of fade concept. And Tyreek is just so good. He'll get over those defenders.
Real tough to deal with. Edwards-Helaire makes a juke. May have had more if he just cut it inside with the left stick. But 2nd and 6, not a bad start to the drive from Kansas City.
Oh, yeah, definitely. That was a big 3rd down Alex put together. And a couple more chains moving, and he'll be in scoring range. So this is a great answer out of Cody's long drive. And with that break of that interception, see what he gets to do.
Jesse will get to the playoffs again. Just keep believing, baby. 2nd and 6. We have play action here again. So many weapons on this Kansas City team. Goes to the crosser. Wide open, and another big gain here. A big shot play in the passing game. And this Kansas City Chiefs passing game is rolling so far. 1st and 10.
Definitely. Very impressed with Alex's play so far, at least in the passing game. And he's got to do that all game because Cody's going to end up scoring. Cody's definitely going to find the end zone at some point. So definitely need to put the gas on passing.
Yeah, you got every opportunity you get, you have to take here. We have an RPO and handoff to Edwards-Helaire. Edwards-Helaire again, unable to do a ton there. Getting, 2-3 yards consistently, but not much more. 2nd and 9 there as that goes for game 1.
Yeah, I mean, as I said, these games, if these come down to third down, 3rd and long, you're going to have to make a play. So that's why those first down run stops are so huge, because you would, like, a difference between 3rd and 9 and a 3rd and 3 is huge. Enormous in a game that, like this, we're having long drives, not so many possessions. So that was a good stop for Cody.
Yeah, and also especially in a snow game where, accuracy can be a bit questionable sometimes. Not from home so far, though, 2 for 2 on the days. He will drop back. Really nice use of coverage there from Davis Gaither, although somehow it would come down with it again. That was a contested catch, but nice catch there from Quez Watkins. Now we have a very manageable 3rd and 1.
Yeah, good job with Alex just hitting that drag, just taking a check down. I didn't really have anything. Definitely the user covered everything up, so, good job hitting the check.
3rd and 1 here again. Both users, we're already almost at the end of the first quarter. This is only the 2nd drive of the game. First drive, of course, for Kansas City. Both users looking very impressive offensively so far, I have to say. Doing a very nice job of checking their checkdowns. It's quite the contrast from the Browns-Colts game earlier. That was also on Better League Network. 3rd and 1. Play action here, very interesting. May have the dump off open he wants it. Patrick Mahomes rolls out, rolls way back, and throws it away. Now 4th and 1. Do we see Alex get aggressive here, do you think?
He actually might, because this is in the snow too, and it's not an accurate kick from this distance. It's probably getting shanked.
Yeah,
so
true.
even if you don't feel like you have a great 4th and 1 right here, it's better than taking that chance on the field goal, because it's kind of a toss up at that point.
I know coming out in goal line is interesting here. Of course, if this were a little Alex game, we know that this would probably be a play action. He loves to come out in goal line in these situations, do play action, but we'll see what big Alex is able to do here. We may just pound it up the gut, and that is a false start by the Chiefs. Don't love that. Now it's a pretty long field goal here at the 31.
Oh my God, I don't know what he's doing. Cody's out in like a 3-4, and I don't know. I didn't like how he did that. I don't know if that was by accident. Purpose.
And will this go? It does not. Wide right, and oh my goodness. Again, both users driving so well, but 0 points on the board so far, and that's a huge stop for Cincinnati.
Oh my God. Yeah, Alex just shot himself in the foot there. You cannot give Cody these chances. He did get such a good drive, and, he just shot himself in the foot. That's it, plain and simple.
Yeah. My thought was we have a handoff here. Joe Mixon has room. Joe Mixon gets past the 2nd level, tries to do a back juke there. Really nice run by Joe Mixon. But, yeah, my initial thought when he came out 4th and 1 was, just do a halfback dive, and this is 3 yards in the 1st down. Like, Cody really was not particularly prepared for it defensively. But, the fake snap, and here we are.
Yeah, and, Cody probably just wanted to concede the 1st down, to be honest, because you never know if you're in a goal line heavy defense, you never know if you can get beat over the top, or say a tight end drag or something could go 25 yards. Cody looked like he was conceding the 1st down, and Alex didn't.
Dump off is wide open. Joe Mixon, the entire left side of the field is left vacated. Joe Mixon tries to spin, unable to do so. Joe Mixon just carrying this offense so far, both in the passing and running game, first 10 and 23.
Absolutely, and Cody's going to hit that running back if he's open, so you got to cover him.
Yep, you leave entire halves of the field vacated. Cody's going to find it. I've found that out firsthand, being in this division again. 1st and 10. Both users, again, doing a good job of driving, but putting points on the board is where both have struggled so far. Again, Joe Burrow making a series of checks at the line. This may all be window dressing for the eventual stretch. It is. Joe Mixon unable to get past anything. Really nice spin there. Unable to do a ton with it, though, but make the most of it there again at 3.
Yeah, Alex is just showing that he's doing a man blitz there. I'm surprised Cody didn't audible and do some, glitchy hot route master corners, because I think those could have been a touchdown with the way he throws it.
I wouldn't know anything about those, sadly. A 2nd and 7 again. Good drive here from Cody, but again, that has not been the issue. It's been about putting points on the board. 2nd and 7 once again, making a series of checks again. Joe Burrow with hot route master, as he mentioned. 5-man rush gets picked up. Angle route popped up! Ooh, I thought it was going to get picked for a second. Bit risky there, 3rd and 7.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't look too risky. At worst, it was going to be like a tackle, in my opinion. That was a weird animation.
Yeah. I meant risky, like once the ball popped up, it could have been kind of weird.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that was weird. That could have been some EADS that we've never seen before.
Just a strange animation, but, you know, it's Madden. You gotta learn to live with those again. 3-man rush. May have B if he waits here. No, he does not. Goes to Y. Contested interception by the Chiefs. 2 straight picks. That is Ward this time, and another big stop here by the Chiefs defense. 1st and 10 and 20.
Yeah, I don't know what Cody was doing there. That's a play he likes to quick snap out of gun bunch, and there was nobody open. You just gotta throw it away. I don't know what to tell you. I really don't know what he was doing.
Strange decisions, I would say, by both users once they get into the red zone. That's been really the main issue so far. We have a dive here, by Edwards-Helaire, gain of 2. Again, much like we've seen the last few weeks, this running game really not going whatsoever for the Chiefs so far.
Absolutely, and as I said, you got to gain more on 1st down. If not, then you're going to have a bad day.
Yeah,
it'll come back to you.
Yeah, as you were just mentioning, 2nd and long, 3rd and long situations cannot consistently put yourself in those. We have a 2nd and 8. He will drop back. Really nice user, and although the dump off is open, this is Travis Kelce with the 1st down and more. Gets rocked, but that's a gain of 16 and a 1st down. Nice dump off there by Alex.
Yeah, good high-low read. Isolating the Wildcard corner out, and the flat was wide open.
Love to see it again. 1st 10 at the 38. Generally very impressive passing by both users, again, with a couple of exceptions here. 1st and 10, Mahomes, again, making serious checks to the line. This will be an inside zone. Edwards-Helaire, able to fall forward. That might be his biggest run of the game. Gain of 7, make it a more manageable 2nd and 4.
Yeah, good run, and kind of took a run on Dollar and gained a few yards. I think Cody's got to, get out of that Dollar and go a little heavier on defense.
We're seeing a lot of
Dollar call.
Wide nickel. We're seeing a lot of Dollar. It's interesting. He clearly does not fear the running game, and we'll see here. Mahomes goes down, big sack there. That's Carl Lawson, a man that I fear. 3rd and 13, and now Kansas City. This is dangerous, especially in the snow.
Yep, and that play was all on Cody's user too. The pass rush did get there on the left edge, but Gaither, Alex was not throwing within 20 yards of him with that lurker ability. Cody did a good job covering everything up.
Beautiful stuff. Again, watch the corners of Tyreek Hill. Again, so many weapons on this Kansas City Chiefs roster that you have to contend with. And I would love to know whether Alex regrets that CeeDee Lamb trade at all, because that's some extra speed he could be missing here. Mahomes drops back, takes a deep shot into double coverage, nearly intercepted, but that might be for the best for Cincinnati, honestly, because now Kansas City forced punt the ball away.
Yeah, and I don't know. That's just what Alex likes to do. He likes to set up these bombs and just bombs away. Bombs away, see if it works, and that's not going to win you championships. I do want to see some more, high-low reads and more checkdowns and everything. I know it was 3rd and 13, but I mean, even something at the sticks, I would like to see. Against Cody, you're not really going to bomb. He's not really going to bomb you. Very tough against a good user.
Great punt there by Kansas City, and now Cincinnati getting the ball back at the 17-yard line again. Almost halfway through the 2nd quarter, we have a 0-0 ball game here in Cincinnati, and it hasn't been for a lack of offensive efficiency. Both users again doing a great job of driving the ball, but we've seen a couple of wasted opportunities again in the opposing red zones. 1st and 10, Joe Mixon really has been eating in both phases of the game so far. Counter, Joe Mixon gets past the first level here. Joe Mixon doing a really nice job of making that miss there.
Yep.
Gain of 8, 2nd and 2.
Yep, and he is eating, as you said, and Cody's going to keep doing that and doing those counters. Looks like we're Connor Rice on offense with those counters. It's like Banyard a little bit.
Oh my gosh, I'm actually influencing elite users. I'm shocked. First time ever. 2nd and 2 here again as we approach halfway through the 2nd quarter. Again, Joe Mixon, the MVP of the game so far, I would say, for both teams. We'll see what he's able to do. We have a stretch, another outside run. Joe Mixon, again, hitting the holes really well. That's a gain of 3 and a 1st down. I'm very impressed with what Cody's doing in the running game so far.
Absolutely, and he's going to try and control this clock, take it all the way to the end of the half, I bet, if he has his way at least. And definitely, Cody's great at controlling the clock, controlling the games in these playoffs.
Yes, he does a very good job of that. And yeah, as long as you allow him to kind of like hang around, tie game or with the lead, yeah, Cody, about as dangerous as they come. Again, three-man rush, gets picked up really nicely. He goes to the releasing tight end there, and with the fall forward animation, it's gain 12 in the first down.
He went with the block release cheese. I love it. It's so hard on defense. You think he's blocking, and you don't even think that he's going to release as a user, and then all of a sudden, boom, he comes out of there, and it's like you get kind of blindsided a little bit on defense.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, when you're already trying to account for all these weapons, when you got stuff going on like that, yeah, it's tough. It's tough to deal with, but. Yeah, we'll just have to see how Alex continues to adapt here. Again, he will drop back a cross blitz there. A's wide open. Instead, he goes to the angle route. Joe Mixon again with a big gain and another first down for Cincinnati. I mean, Joe Mixon just, again, the clear MVP so far.
Yep. And Alex is showing man coverage, and Cody does what he always loves to do on man coverage, put an angle route and a little post or a slant coming on the other way. So you're going to have to choose one as a user, and the other one's going to be wide open.
Hey, yes, sir. 1st and 10, again, under 4 minutes remaining. I mean, it feels like this game's kind of flown by here. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line. Not really on the edge field goal range given the snow here, so, of course, Cody wanting to punch this bad boy in for a touchdown. Again, the hot route master just getting his route combinations going here. Dump off wide open. Joe Mixon makes a man miss, makes multiple men miss. Joe Mixon in the open field is just a problem right now. Gain of 12.
Definitely, and another big factor is that gunslinger ability. I know it's just a little dump off, but the fact that he's able to shoot it into Joe Mixon's hands so quickly really gives him the opportunity to do whatever he wants when he gets his hands on the ball.
Really, that's a play call that Cody loves to bust out once or twice a game. The fake zone jet pass is, I mean, when you got John Ross there, it's just about as lethal as they come. That goes for gain of 10 now, 2nd and inches. Good play call.
Yeah, I don't have that in my playbook. I don't think it's ever worked for me in previous games. Maybe it does this year. I'll have to ask him about it.
It's boom or bust in my experience, at least based on what I've seen from Cody. It's like it either really works or really doesn't work. It's kind of like a jet sweep in general in this game, in all honesty. First goal 10, again, that inside zone went for gain of 4. And once again, Cody knocking on the doorstep here. We'll see if he's able to actually put points on the board this time, because that's been the big issue here. May have A open, does not go to it. Throw out a sack and flag on the play.
Wow.
It's going to be holding, and that'll back it up to the 20.
Alex is going to take any penalty he can because he's not a good guy like Cody. But regardless, with the exception of that holding right there, this is the ideal drive for Cody. I mean, look at how much time he's taken off the clock. It's going to be hard for Alex to put together, a drive at the end of the half. We're already at the 2-minute warning. So the way these offenses have been moving so slow, this is a great drive.
Yeah.
Even 3 would be great.
Yeah, no, honestly, given the way this game's gone, given the momentum, any score this one would be nice as he will drop back again. No one really open. Will he try to force it here? He does not. Instead, throws it away at the last possible second. Second goal here at the 20.
Yeah, just throw it away. You don't want to do those mistakes again. No, Joe Mixon bagged in the end zone,
And King Ace, what's up? Welcome to the chat. Yes, users are allowed to use custom playbooks in this league. Again, 3-man rush. He will go right up the seam. Contested catch, touchdown, Bengals.
Wow, what a seam route on that cover 3. And was that Dontrell Borum?
It sure was. It sure was. Cody's pride and joy right there.
And again, that gunslinger ability shot the ball right up the field, right up the seam. I don't know if he doesn't have gunslinger. I don't know if he makes that throw, because you do get that extra boost of throw power, especially in the snow. As I said before, that makes all of the difference in the world in this game.
Yeah, I mean, just a beautiful drive there from Cody. Now took all sorts of time off the field, ended up with a touchdown as he gets rocked there on the kick return. But again, able to hang on to it. We've not seen a fumble yet this game, which surprises me a little bit given it's a snow game. And I don't think either of these dudes is on conservative, but regardless, first 10-24.
Now, Cody started off first, didn't he?
Yeah, Alex is going to get the ball to start second,
Yeah, so Alex, I think for him this drive, don't try and do anything crazy. Don't be too shook about, what just happened, the fact that Cody finally got in the end zone. Just play very conservative. I wouldn't. Basically, if he turns the ball over and does something like really dumb, that could definitely lose him the game and just completely turn the tide. So just even be content with just leaving this game 7-0 even if you don't even get in field goal range.
I'd be
make sure Cody doesn't get the ball back.
Given how the game's gone, I'd be fine with 7-0 here if I were Alex. But we'll see what he does here. Had the seam wide open to not go to it and said, "Oh my God!" Quince Watkins just gets absolutely destroyed, and we have a 35. And I'm a little surprised Cincinnati isn't calling timeout here.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that. He should be. I can see why though. It's so easy in Madden 21. Like if you call a timeout for them to drive down the field, it's almost like you're taking them off the hook on offense.
Sure.
So it's like I think Cody's just going to see kind of how this third down plays, and if obviously Alex doesn't get it, he'll call that timeout.
That's fair. Yeah, I totally get it. Again, both sides to it. Again, 3rd and 5 after 2 straight just colossal hits there. This headhunting Bengals secondary is really what we've been seeing, all game long.
Mm-hmm.
I think Alex doing the right thing, letting the play clock run all the way down. Mahomes drops back, goes to the quarterback again, wide open. Travis Kelce takes it past midfield all the way to 43. Now Kansas City calling their first timeout. So as I was saying the whole time, Cody, excellent job by not calling the timeout there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. And now Alex just 1 or 2 more plays, he's in field goal range. With the snow, he might want to get a little bit closer though, just so he can get that perfect accuracy.
Yeah.
But that's the ideal play for him.
100%, yeah. Travis Kelce wide open in the corner route there. 1st and 10. Mahomes once again will drop back. This time the corner route backed up. Mahomes with the escape artist takes off, has plenty of room. Mahomes gets rocked and fumbles the ball. Unable to slide down, and what a play by this Bengals defense again. Alex wasting an opportunity here.
He got so greedy, and I honestly, it's almost like you don't blame him a little bit because that defender came out of nowhere on the screen. I don't even think Alex saw him until he got hit and fumbled. But it was almost too good to be true for the quarterback to be that untouched for that long. Like, you had to slide at some point.
I mean, you get hit stuck with the quarterback in the snow like that, guaranteed fumble. Now Joe Burrow's going to drive back. We'll see how aggressive he gets. Another seam shot here, past midfield. Beautiful read from Cincinnati there. Again, hitting the seam for the 2nd straight time.
Yep. Shout out Justin. People can't guard the tight end.
Yeah, y'all elite users, man. You have no clue how to guard the tight end. It's pretty wild. I mean, that was how I won a Super Bowl. Just tight end over and over. Apparently, 1st and 10 here again. 29 seconds remaining. Will he be able to get in the field goal range, or even better, potentially, get one of these touchdown plays going here? Drops back again. 4-man rush, has A open, goes to it. Oh my goodness, nearly intercepted by number 39. I thought it was open. It was not, clearly. 2nd and 10.
Play by the defender. It's kind of a shame he dropped it. We got a little dropped it. I can't do the voice, but yeah, he that was a great play, and that could have been a huge game changer because now Cody might a play from field goal range now.
Potentially is again good usering there. Like, he will go to the dump off. That is a catch, and Cincinnati immediately calling their 2nd time out. 3rd and 4.
Yep, just a good read. Now it just comes down to this 3rd and 4. I'm not sure if he'd be in range if he doesn't get this first down, so he should probably get something just beyond the sticks if he's trying to put 3 up before the half.
Yeah, we'll see what he's able to do here. Especially, I don't know what the wind situation is like, but yeah, especially in a snow game, no guarantee whatsoever. Drops back 3-man rush, no one open. Goes to X, inaccurate throw from Joe Burrow. Really the first one of the day, as we will have 4th and 4, and Cody maybe taking his time thinking about this here. What would you do here?
I would go for it. But I think Cody's just content with keeping the game at 7-0. He would prefer to have the 7-point lead, especially as we said with the game going on. But I mean,
my goodness, what a punt from Cincinnati!
Oh,
and now if Kansas City was planning on kneeling this half away, they cannot anymore. Forced to actually run a play here. I mean, we'll see how this goes, but that could be one of the plays of the game here potentially, depending on how this breaks out. Dan Dave, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Better League Network here. We're just getting started here with these playoffs in our 30th season here. Fullback dive just gets out of the end zone. And Cincinnati, calling a timeout, I think, smartly, in my opinion, trying to force a mistake.
You never know what can happen with this from the 1 yard line. Could be 7-2 going into the half. Who knows?
For sure is. Oh my goodness, he breaks loose. That could have been wild there, but Smith unable to get past anyone, as this will be a 7-0 halftime here again. Cincinnati up 7-0 in this game, as Dan K. Dave saying, greetings from r/Madden. Yes, sir. My comment got someone. Welcome to the chat, Dan. Thank you so much again for following here.
You might have to check the karma on that comment, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's tough. Well, hey,
but at least we got a viewer.
You got a new follower. That's all I care about. Again, 1st and 10 at 25. Kansas City, again, yet to score this game. We'll see what type of offensive adjustments they made. They've had a couple solid drives, but again, unable to convert it into any type of points. And we'll see also how one-dimensional they get in terms of the passing game, with Clyde Edwards-Helaire really unable to get much of anything going so far. We do have a dive here. Edwards-Helaire once again runs right into the teeth of the Cincinnati D-line, second and 8.
Yeah, and just blown up at the line again. These defenses have been playing really great. I didn't really expect this. Maybe if we knew it was going to be a snow game or whatnot, but I don't know. This is actually kind of an anomaly to see a 7-0 game in this league with the way offensive score all the time. This is very interesting. Yeah,
I was not expecting this whatsoever. Edwards-Helaire maybe outthinking himself a little bit there with that juke. 3rd and 8 now. Again, Kansas City really got to get something going, because you get the feeling that once Cody gets a multi-possession lead in this game, like, Alex is in deep trouble at that point.
Yeah. It's just like a miracle to even get in field goal range with the way this game is going. It kind of reminds me of like Super Bowl 53 a little bit. The way, nobody could punch it in the end zone. And maybe not to that extent, but,
Orbit screen concept locked up, although the corner route is wide open once again. Really the only route that's been hitting, that is N'Keal Harry with a big game, getting home 7 for 9, 143 yards, but got to convert to points at some point. Big game for Harry and a first down for the Chiefs.
Alex loves the corner route. Sounds like another user.
If this were a season 1, Connor would be berating Alex for being too repetitive with his route concepts right now. But, we've lived and learned here. Clyde Edwards-Helaire with an inside zone takes it for gain of 3. Again, the running game, gain of 4, we'll say. I'm not really able to get much going here, 2nd and 6.
Yeah, now this is a big drive, though, because, Alex really kind of, crapped himself a little bit when he got into scoring range the first couple of times. So this is his opportunity to finally put some points on the board. All you need are a couple of yards and you get in field goal range. That would be a huge confidence booster at this point. To just get 3.
Yeah, it'd be absolutely massive.
Having a goose egg is just doesn't feel good.
Anytime points here for man rush. Good user coverage. Throws it into traffic. Intercepted by the DB. And again, just taking that bomb into coverage. I don't get it. I'm sure you don't get it. 1st and 10, 20.
I do not understand. He's just like, let me just try Tyreek Hill. It's not going to work. At their own
20-yard line. That's the type of read.
Make some good reads.
Yeah. That's the type of read I would have done, realistically, against Justin just now. We have another counter here. I don't love that counter play, though. Breaks big, and we have holding here. This is going to come back. Joe Mixon taking it to the house, but it will not matter. This is going to come back. Touchdown for now, but, again, bad holding call there on the fullback. That's tough.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, and going back to that play with Alex, it doesn't matter what your speed is in this game. Especially with our sliders, with our 100 reaction, 100 coverage, whatever the hell we have. If a guy is kind of on a man-to-man coverage, or at least some sort of man match on someone, and the defender has a step on the receiver, there is no way in hell you're catching it on offense. It is going to be an interception. It doesn't matter if you're Tyreek Hill. It doesn't matter if you've got 89 speed versus 99. It doesn't matter. You're not going to catch the ball.
That looks like 110 throw power there from Joe Burrow. That's a gunslinger shirt right there. 2nd and 2. Oh my God.
Yeah. It makes a huge difference. Even on those checkdowns, it adds yards to your play.
Yeah, I'm shocked by what I just saw, frankly. That's the fastest pass I think I've seen this cycle. I may just not be paying attention, but my goodness. Again, 2nd and 2. Nice dump off there. John Ross on the short out route. And now, again, of course, Joe Burrow making a series of adjustments, trying to really secure the momentum here with a potential touchdown drive in this one.
I think he's good. I think he wants this corner on man coverage.
Drops back, goes to the angle route. Joe Mixon once again. I feel like I just keep calling his name. Gain of 12 in the first down.
Yeah, I think he thought what I thought that was going to be man coverage, but Alex did a good job, showing man and just playing zone, like a cover 3 match. But Cody did just a good job of hitting that angle route. No user there.
Yeah, very nice read as we see Wilson motions the short side of the boundary side of the field here. Again, Joe Burrow has that X Factor activated. He will hand it off to Joe Mixon, and Joe Mixon just keeps finding these lanes. Again, a 10 rushes, 68 yards, almost 7 yards a rush here for Joe Mixon so far.
Yep, and I'm surprised he hasn't I'm surprised he kind of went away from the run game, because he is having phenomenal statistics with Joe Mixon. Even like the not so good runs have been pretty good gains.
Yeah, I'll be curious to ask. We have a weird cross blows. I don't really know what that was from Kansas City, but it got picked up. And again, another drag route goes for first down. And yeah, you're right. I mean, we have about a 2-to-1 pass to run ratio here for to Mixon. Even though it feels like, every time he runs the ball, he gets guaranteed 6-7 yards.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if I were him, I'd just run it down his throat and put this game away. So I think if he does that, it's better than dropping back. And these zones on Kansas City have been playing great. On those little crossing routes across the field. So just run the ball.
This time he does a fake touch pass handoff there. He tried to do the inverse of the play called early in the second quarter. Got wrapped up there one of the few times that Joe Mixon has been shut down, 2nd 11, and interesting play call there. I don't know.
Yeah, that's why I don't have it on my playbook, because I feel like that's what happens every time. Like the contain just tackles them.
2nd 11, we have a power O out of gun. Joe Mixon, very nice tackle there by the defensive end. And now 3rd and 10 here. Feels like the first 3rd and long for Cincinnati in a long time, but this will be a big stop for the Chiefs. They can get it.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised if Cody, plays for field position. He's probably going to go for the first down, but even a check down and, a punt, like a really good punt like he had before, could really put Alex in a bad position.
And now motioning Wilson across the field again, 4-man rush. May have RB, goes to him. This is John Ross. Jukes him in, spins another man, and then gets killed. But able to hang on to it. 1st and 10. Gain of 28 there on the crosser by John Ross.
Yeah, what a nice crossing route. I love the setup. I love the motion, taking Alex's attention away from the crosser. Just great play design and great execution.
Yeah. Beautiful stuff there. Alex did a pretty good job of having his man follow the motioning guys. We have a handoff to Joe Mixon, wide open grass, touchdown Bengals.
Yep, there it is. There's the run he wanted. So it's going to be tough for Alex to put together, a drive here. There's a lot of pressure on him to put together something, just something.
Yeah.
Because he's got no answers, when he's getting the red zone. But I think he does, to be honest. He just got to not throw bombs.
Yeah, this feels like the first time all game where I would really say that Alex is in trouble. We'll see what he's able to do. But yeah, this kind of feels like a do or die drive here potentially from these Kansas City Chiefs. Again, shut out. I think both of us are maybe expecting the Alex offense to struggle a little bit, given that how he's looked the last few weeks. But I don't know if any of us were expecting this. 0 points were over halfway through the 3rd quarter. Again, first and 10 going to come out empty, which is interesting. So I'll call this play, and then you can say what you want to say. As he motions Smith to the slot there. No, it's a blocker potentially. That's interesting. He will drop back, 3-man rush. Mahomes, no one open. Mahomes takes off and forced throw away. 2nd and 10.
It's like you say he's having a terrible night with 0 points, and that's true when you look at the result of 0 points. But you go on a play-by-play basis, I'm very impressed with how he's playing. It's just every so often he just tries to do something, tries to do too much, and he gets killed. He gets killed by it, and he just got to quit doing that. He's just got to move the chains. That's all that matters. That's all that matters right now.
Cincinnati calling a timeout on defense there did not like the setup. I've known to do that a few times. I'm sure Cody figured something big was coming down the pike and called a timeout there, 2nd and 10.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, you're right. It's not like he's just been completely stymied offensively. Like he has been able to move the ball. It's just, again, 2 or 3 like really, really bad decisions that have kind of been the story of the game here for Patrick Mahomes and company. And once again, we'll see what he's able to do. I'm surprised no user picks yet by Davis Gaither. Maybe one coming down the pike here. We will see. But Alex doing a good job of avoiding the user in general here. Again, 2nd and 10. Mahomes making a whole litany of adjustments, and he will now motion a man, bit of a that was interesting. Goes to a seam shot, double covered, almost intercepted by 2 different Bengals. And again, those are just those bombs that he's got to avoid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he just, I do talk to him a little bit like about how he's feeling in the game, and he does kind of tell me like, oh, I found this great bomb in head-to-head or whatever, and then when he tries to apply it in this league, it doesn't work because whether we're on simulation versus competitive or the sliders that we have, he's just gotta get a better feeling of how these defenses are reacting to the hurls inside of this CFM, because that's all that matters right now.
3rd and 10. Again, we're approaching 3 minutes remaining in this third quarter. 14-0 ball game. Only a 3-man rush. Covers the angle route really nicely. May have had the post briefly. Patrick Mahomes throws it up into coverage. Very lucky that wasn't intercepted. And a 3-and-out here for the Chiefs, forced punt this ball away.
That looked like Adrian Valdez for a second. Just running backwards 25 yards in the face of the rush.
Yeah, the Browns still not able to get him. That was fun to deal with.
Yeah, definitely. But great defensive stop for Cody, and I really think he could put the game away on this drive.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think really, I mean, even a field goal would be pretty debilitating, I think, for Kansas City's chances. But if he's able to put 7 on the board here, then at that point, given the way the game's gone, it becomes really difficult to see a route to victory here for Kansas City. But Alex, again, with Tyreek Hill, you just need that one play to hit, and then that's 7. So we'll see what he's able to do here again. 1st and 10. That again, it'll be very interesting to see how aggressive Cody gets here, given the flow of the game here, the different situations. He will drop back 4-man rush. May have had Y, instead goes to the dump off. Joe Mixon once again with a gain of 11 on the first down.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anyone, maybe other than Ben, that loves angle routes as much as Cody does. He's going to hit that if he prefers to run anything, he'll prefer that angle route. He's going to hit that angle route, so you got to prioritize that on defense. You got to find some way to shut that down.
Dan, this is our 30th season as a league, but Dan in the chat, sorry. This is our, oh my goodness, Joe Mixon gets loose and will he get past the final man? Unable to, but again, Joe Mixon just cooking here in the running game. First time at 34, but yeah, Dan, Dave, this is our 30th season as a league. We've been going since Madden 17, but for Madden 21, this is our 4th season. It's been a great cycle so far, hoping to keep that up. Once again, Joe Burrow, Joe Mixon, just the epitome of efficiency so far. Joe Mixon once again sheds a tackle, unable to get past the first level there. 3.
Yeah, and if I were Cody, I know he doesn't like this because of his Justin memories. I think he should just go on conservative, pound this rock, even, as you said, get a field goal, and this game is over.
Yeah.
Just make it a 3-possession game, because I don't see Alex, putting together.
Really feels that way. Trap wide open, all the room, and another touchdown. Yeah. Bengals in the running game.
Yeah, and third quarter, it's not. We haven't even put the fours out, and I'm already ready to call this game. Unless Alex does something that convinces me differently, this is pretty much a wrap.
And I'm not sure whether Cody's listening to our stream or not, but he just showed us that he is in fact on conservative. So,
okay.
We'll see. Right. Yeah. may have heard what we were saying, but yeah, he is on conservative, which is smart.
Never saw that.
And he almost missed that, but again, 21-0 here. If you're Alex, I mean, God, you gotta score a touchdown on this drive, or else this game's over.
Yeah. Just put something together. Even if he doesn't win this game, it's going to be so debilitating going into the offseason knowing that you laid a goose egg in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Just to put something together, just for pride's sake. Even if it's not even for the win.
We're talking about, not to get too big picture here, but we're talking about a user who, one of the all-time greats in this league, I forget exact 3 or 4 Super Bowl rings for Alex. I forget how many, but, regardless, one of the very best users in this league, and he has 0 playoff wins this cycle, and now, heading into the fourth quarter here, yeah, he's staring at a goose egg against a user that he's been very, very competitive with, really, for the entire duration of this of the better league. So yeah, this could be bad for Alex here potentially, but we'll see what he's able to do. The handoff goes for a gain of 5, 2nd and 5, and again, got to get something going and got to get something going relatively quickly.
Yeah.
Given the time situation, as Patrick Mahomes will do another handoff here. Interesting, finally establishing the run. Edwards-Helaire falls forward for gain of 8.
If I am correct, Alex has not won a playoff game since Madden 20 Season 5. So we're almost an entire calendar cycle away from the last time he's won a playoff game.
That's not great.
Say he wins next season, that would be one full cycle afterwards.
Another handoff here to Edwards-Helaire, and ladies and gentlemen, y'all know what time it is. Put your fours in the chat!
There it is. Put your fours up. I'm going to go right in there. Like Warren. Boom.
Yes, sir, baby. 1st and 10. 10 minutes remaining in this one. Again, got to get something going. Got to get something going right now. Mahomes and company. Again, another handoff here. Edwards-Helaire just continuing to abuse this, high DB concept that the Cincinnati Bengals have. And again, we may see another handoff here potentially, depending on what adjustments they make. And Cody finally adjusting to it now. We'll see what Mahomes does. Again, approaching 9:30 remaining. Mahomes will drop back. May have Edwards-Helaire open if he wants to go to it. This is Edwards-Helaire able to get the tackle there, or get the catch there. Excuse me, gain of 5.
He had an in route in for about 20 yards, but that's just spectator bias. You can't really criticize someone that while you're watching the game, because it's much harder to play as a user.
Well, I mean, shoot. Y'all saw how I passed against Justin. I mean, I know that firsthand. 2nd and 5. Undisguised cover 3. This is interesting. We'll see whether Alex is able to cook something up here. Takes away the seam shot. Goes to the other one. Travis Kelce knocked away a huge play there by William Jackson. 3rd and 5.
Well, that was a good read. He gave him a chance, but, it's a little RNG with those aggressive catches and whether it's going to be knocked out or not. And, unfortunately, it did work out for him.
Now 3rd and 5, and this is absolutely 4-down territory if Kansas City doesn't get it. We'll see once again how this, just lockdown Bengals defense is able to, further stymie the Chiefs, and then whether the Chiefs are able to get themselves back in this game potentially. Again, Mahomes making serious adjustments, a bit of a gun-tight concept, one that we've seen plenty of times. Goes to the drag route, although that will not be a 1st down. In fact, that's a loss of 1. And Kansas City got to go for it, obviously.
Obviously, you got to put something together just to get the 5 yards, because this would just be heartbreaking if he doesn't get this 1st down, and Cody would be in a great position to just milk this 4th quarter away.
Sure would be, yeah, but we'll see. See what he's able to do, especially with how well Joe Mixon's running the ball. Yeah, it's going to be real tough as he may use the safety, which is interesting here. We've seen Cody do that quite a few times, just trying to be unpredictable with who he uses and what routes he takes away. He will go to the dump off. Will he get the 1st down? Gets hit. And they do not give it to him. A turnover on downs. Cincinnati gets the ball back with 8:12 remaining. What a stop from Cincinnati once again.
Yeah, just an ugly night for the Kansas City Chiefs on offense. I would say, it was a great offensive night until you got to the 50-yard line. And then you got into...
Oh my God, Joe Mixon shed the tackle, shed the hit stick, and may have room. Will he be caught? No one will catch. Joe Mixon, 84-yard touchdown, Bengals.
Oh my God. Low-key, the most OP ability, or at least one of the over the past 2 cycles. Great train, finally paid off for Joe Mixon. What an ability to have when you get that X factor as a running back. He just absolutely obliterated whoever was trying to tackle him there. And, now this game is pretty much a wrap.
Joe Mixon's
just exclamation point.
Yeah. Joe Mixon's just built different, man. Again, I found that out the hard way, and that's game. There's no way at this point, and so we are, unless something truly remarkable happens here, we are gonna have myself versus Austin. Yes, myself versus Austin, and we're gonna have Cody versus Little Alex, a rematch of the Wildcard game from last season that again went so poorly for Cody. Another handoff to Edwards-Helaire. Edwards-Helaire gets rocked. Davis Gaither making his presence felt really for one of the first times all game. But 2 interesting matchups potentially. But yeah, for Cody, again, a couple of one-and-dones in a row for Cody heading into this game. Huge win for him in the Wildcard round.
Yep. this has to be a huge confidence booster. I mean, this is Cody's first playoff win since we met in the Super Bowl, season 1, and he had 2 very disappointing games in a row, 2 seasons, and played way below his standards when it comes to the playoffs. So this must feel very good for him. And for Alex, it's just time to get back to the drawing board and see how he does. See how he handles his off season, and how he takes his attitude forward for the rest of the cycle.
Yes, yeah, because we still have multiple seasons remaining. This is still a very dangerous Chiefs roster, so maybe we'll get something going here. Goes up off the last second. Edwards, Alaire sheds tackle for the one, first time all game, picks up the first down, and I was expecting no huddle there. We did not see it. First 10-38.
Yeah, I mean, Alex built a great team. He's got the pieces. He's got a very complete team. He's very proud of, even the guys he drafted. You hear him talk all the time about like Bibbs, Sharp, and other people. And he's got blinkers all over the place, and he's got the highest overall in the league, I believe, at 90 overall. So no reason to, if you put together some good play, good game plans, no reason why you can't go all the way, or at least make a deep run.
So I'm curious then, given everything we just said, Alex definitely has the team to compete. He's had, again, multiple Super Bowls in the past. What do you think the issue has been this cycle? Like, what do you think? Do you think it's just like bad matchups in the playoffs? Because he has gone against, Cody, Austin, and Little Alex, which are maybe the 3 best users in the AFC right now. Like, what do you think the issue is for, oh my God, huge catch by N'Keal Harry, but like, what do you think the issue is for Alex this cycle?
Really, it's exactly what I've been criticizing him all night, and I'm going to be real. When we're on these broadcasts, we're real. We're not going to be fake or anything, and I'll just call it how it is. And I think he just tries to do too much. He tries to, I think he believes that, scoring should be easy with a team like this, with guys like Mahomes and Hill. But no, it's really a process. When you play Madden, regardless of who you have on your team, it's not easy. It's not going to be easy when you play somebody good. That's all I can say. You're going to have to, out-scheme in not ways that you can bomb over the top, but even quick plays, like when you watch the competitive guys play Mutt and stuff, some guys that pass a lot, they'll set up these cheesy bombs or whatever, but the vast majority of the time they don't hit that because the guys that are playing will cover them. So the vast majority of their reads are checkdowns, drags, slants, angle routes, flats. That's just, I think, what Alex has to in the back of his head when he's playing. Because what he's doing right now, the way he's been playing these past few seasons, just haven't been working for him. And I think, he's got to find something different. That's all.
Yeah. Again, good news for him. We still have time. He's still going to have this Chiefs roster for a while as we may toss to Edwards-Alaire. Edwards-Alaire may finally put points on the board here. Just unable to do so. He gets the 2-yard line. Yeah, I mean, I can definitely, it's like that one Supreme Court ruling. I can't define it, but I know it when I see it. I don't entirely, I can't fully articulate what the issue is from Alex, but he is very clearly a different user than he was, Madden's 2019, etc. Maybe more impatient offensively. You've been talking about how he sometimes just tries to set up bombs and goes for them no matter what. Maybe that's what I'm trying to say. But yeah, I mean, of course, everyone wants to see Alex succeed. Everyone wants to see him be one of those competitive users. As we finally know, we did not have a touchdown there, although he gets the one. But yeah, I don't know. I was expecting him to be a perennial Super Bowl contender heading into the cycle, and I'm just I'm pretty disappointed so far. But again, there's still time.
Yeah, I think a lot of people I remember.
Oh my God! I mean, if that doesn't just sum up Alex's night, I don't know what will. A run commit and a vicious hit by the Bengals, and looks like the shutout's gonna remain a shutout here, 28-0.
This is absolutely demoralizing for Alex. He's going to put some stuff in the chat about how he was shut out or something. And how he's sad or something. But just it's got a lot to build on. Got a lot to build on with this team, and we talked in great detail of what I think and what you think he's got to do differently, and he's more than capable to be competitive.
Yeah. I mean, 1,000%. Yeah. Again, he should be more competitive than he is currently. He will. I believe he'll figure it out at some point when the cycle's over. I have faith in him, but we'll see what he's able to do for Cincinnati. Letting all the time run down. Joe Mixon falls forward. At this point, I wouldn't be running with Joe Mixon anymore, just not to risk injury. I'd probably put my backup in, but Cody, maybe not thinking about that right now.
Yeah, take everyone out. Everyone out.
Yeah.
Especially, he's a little fatigued a little bit. I think he's listening to us. He has to be listening. Look, he's huffing and puffing.
Eventually, yeah, we have a...
Why would you keep him in the room?
Yeah, I don't know. Time out there, yeah. Kansas City really wants this to not be a shutout. I mean, he's going to get memes to death if it is, so I get it.
I mean, I hope he goes for a touchdown, though, and doesn't, take a field goal. Because
Yeah.
Like, I hope he just, doesn't say, hey, guys, I put points on the board. Because, he took the field goal with, 2 seconds to go.
If he does that, I'm yelling at him. It is what it is. But yeah, I mean, obviously talking from Alex's perspective, still a lot he can build on. From Cody's perspective, big win. He will face little Alex in the divisional round, who was a user that he got just blown the heck out by last season. What do you think? What do you think was the reason he lost that previous wildcard game, and then what adjustments would you make from last season to this season if you were in Cody's position?
I'll tell you. I'll be honest with you. I didn't really watch that game because that actually happened right after I lost this.
What? No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, no, that happened right after I lost to CMAS, so my mental state wasn't there, as you heard that night from me.
Oh yeah, I know.
But I from what Cody was saying, the big factor was little Alex's inside stuffs. Just completely take over the running game, and it leaves you with virtually no options. You basically it just eliminates a huge sector of your playbook, and there's nothing you can do. So I think Cody will. I think Cody will make some good adjustments. He's definitely feeling better this season. He's been kind of rolling through this season very quietly. And, he's been mentioning it too. I'm having a great season. Joe Burrow's been playing great. The defense has been playing great. It could very well be his year.
He's on an 11-game winning streak. I think he was 3-2 earlier in the season. But yeah, since then he's just been cooking, and he continues here, of course, with the win over the Chiefs. And 4th and 3. This is it. This is his last chance. He will take another shot into the end zone. Not intercepted, but it doesn't matter. Turnover on downs.
Just tried that play too many times.
Yeah.
You could go back 20 minutes to see what we had to say about that. But yeah, big win for Cody. I think he could be a serious contender. He's going to play little Alex, and obviously that's going to be a great game. I do think he can definitely win that game, and the winner will play the winner of you and Austin. Two phenomenal matchups in the AFC.
It's going to be fine.
There's nothing more to say.
Yeah. I mean, excited isn't the right word to play Austin ever, but I'm looking forward to the opportunity. I'll put it that way. It's going to be.
Of course. It's I mean, you're the defending champ. You got something.
In order to be the best, you gotta beat the best. So yeah, that's just kind of the attitude I'm bringing into this. But
Oh, Alex is just calling timeouts.
He does not want this to be a shutout. He does not want this to be a shutout. He's
just gonna keep throwing.
And Ben with the toxicity saying, "There goes the last AFC team I can beat." That's tough.
Oh boy.
Well.
Hi Cam.
Yeah, what's up, Cam? Big win for Cody. I thought Cody was going to win this game. That was my prediction heading into this. I felt pretty confident about it too. But I mean, who could have seen this scoreline coming? Shutout. Of course, Kansas City, and as you said, especially in the first half, it wasn't for a lack of driving from Kansas City, but just couldn't do it when it mattered. And as you said, way too many deep shots to Tyreek Hill on a pretty similar bomb setup. Again, we'll see if he's able to.
Yeah, he wants Tyreek.
Yeah.
He wants Tyreek on this little fade or something.
Yeah,
And Corey's just like loading it with a deep half, a deep quarter. Like he knows.
Praying out right now. Dump off's wide open, but he's not looking to it. Dump off intercepted by Davis Gaither. He finally got one, and that is game. Congratulations to Cody. He will move on to face little Alex's Buffalo Bills in the divisional round. 28-0 over Alex's Kansas City Chiefs. I mean, Dan, just what a game here from Cody.
Yeah, just a great defensive performance. Great offensive performance too. Controlled the game. Really, I think the game really came down to who was able to put it in the end zone after the 50-yard line. And clearly Cody dominated in that category, and that's why he's going on.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure Cody will be thrilled with some of his own decision making in the first half. Had 2 potential touchdown drives that he really just completely squandered that kind of kept Alex around in this game longer than, would have happened otherwise. But regardless, yeah, I mean, especially in the second half, really kind of locked down, really just, took all the checkdowns, took all the good reads. And we have Alex here in the chat. I'm sorry, Alex, obviously tough loss for you, 28-0 to the Cincinnati Bengals. Just overall thoughts on the game before we ask you questions. You're muted, by the way, Alex. Huh. Okay, well, Alex, just let me know when you are able to talk. But yeah, I guess we'll go to... Okay, you're unmuted now. Are you here?
Oh, sorry. I just couldn't hear you. My bad.
Oh, no, you're all good. You're all good. Yeah, just overall thoughts on the game. Just whatever you want to talk about.
I mean, props to Cody, but my offense is just straight the whole second half of the season. I don't feel like I shouldn't have been shut out. It's hard to kick in the snow as the first score I missed on that Mahomes fumble. I was mashing X like 100 times. He didn't slide. I fumbled on the goal line. Just a tough game.
Fair enough. I guess my one question for you is, obviously, Chiefs roster heading into the season, high hopes. Obviously here we are, wildcard loss. What do you think the issue is right now once you get to the playoffs? Because, I know you're like a good enough user. Like I know, especially the Chiefs roster, you should be making, deep runs most, if not all seasons. Just like, what do you think is going on and how do you look to improve on it the rest of the cycle?
I mean, I'm honestly not sure. I can't play defense with no pass rush, and I haven't had that all cycle. I've tried everything for what to do defensively, but offense, I think I've stuck with stuff for too long that hasn't been working. I just need to just revamp scheme. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Dan, do you have any questions?
No, I just congratulations for making another playoffs, Alex. It's kind of a grind, as we know in this league when everyone's very competitive, to be able to have the privilege to make it to the playoffs. So that's an accomplishment of his own. But I just want to ask, how do you move on from this? Like what's got to be different going into next season? Because we probably got 3, maybe 4 where we really push it seasons left this cycle. I know you got a great team. I just want to know, what's next for you?
I just got to figure it out on offense. I think like my last 6 or 7 games, I only threw 3 touchdown passes. It's just like, since that last update, I just forgot how to play offense. I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Just got to get back in the lab and work on it.
I'm sorry. I mean, tough loss. I know that if anyone's capable of bouncing back, from how the cycle has gone so far in the playoffs, it's you. You're a great champion, a great user. So I have faith in you to just get it going at some point in the cycle. And yeah, as Dan said, 3, maybe 4 seasons left. So you still got opportunities, multiple of them. But we move on now to Cody, the ultimate winner of this game again, 28-0 in the wildcard round. Again, much like I asked Alex, overall thoughts on the game.
Yeah, I mean, first and foremost, I just want to say, like, great game to Alex. It's one of those things. It's kind of, I guess, a little like reminiscent, I feel like, of Dan and I's Super Bowl, where like the score, I feel like, really didn't dictate like I guess like sure, like you could say like, oh well, he didn't score any points, but really, I mean, what it came down to is when the game started getting busted open was when Joe Mixon had freight train and was just popping off. And that's just it's really is such a lethal ability because especially when he got freight train, I was able to put him on conservative, and he's still like since he's in the zone, he's going to break those and not fumble most likely. So I honestly thought that Alex put a great game defensively. And he was moving the ball on offense. Just felt like at times he wasn't able to push it in, but I thought he played a great game defensively. Was definitely forcing me to kind of double think some of my reads and kind of panicked on a couple things. But I was kind of 50, which I'll explain. I was kind of like 50-50 on it, but like I feel good about the game. I mean, I felt good all season. Joe Burrow really has been like very, very efficient, and I think a lot of that comes down to Hot Route Master. I've got a lot of opportunities and options kind of at my hands because I can go under center and put things together, or I can do a shotgun or whatever it may be. And so I felt good. I was a little frustrated at the beginning of the game. I wanted to take the field goal, but I don't know. I'm typically a guy that takes the points, and especially knowing, sure, I was in scoring range, but especially knowing how hard it is to kick field goals in the snow, I was on the 1 yard line, so that was going to be near impossible to miss. So it didn't obviously end up biting me in the butt, but there's a couple times where I was listening in while you guys were commenting, but there's a couple times where I chucked some deep balls. I think 2 deep balls, like when I was on like maybe the 30 or the 40. On like a 3rd and 10 or something like that, and ended up getting picked. And really kind of my mindset on that was like, this is going to be a really hard field goal, so let me just chuck it up and see if I can get a one-on-one animation here, or see my receiver can bring it down. Ultimately, they never. Bourne brought the one down, which he just got red zone threat. I mean, it didn't light up, but I'd like to think that's why he caught that. One in between like double coverage. I mean, the 2 defenders crashed on him, but brought it down. I'd like to think that was because of red zone threat. But overall, I felt like I played super efficient. Was happy with how the defense was zipping around the field. Definitely played bend but don't break. Offense was consistent, and we were able to keep moving the ball. And we did what we do when we get to playoff time, and that's if you don't stop mixing, then I'm gonna keep running them.
Love that. Love to hear it. We're cut from the same cloth in that regard. I guess the one question I have for you is, not even about this game, but just looking forward. You have a divisional round matchup against young Alex's Buffalo Bills. That was not a matchup that went well for you last season. It ended up being, competitive in the first half, but it ended up being just like a horrific blowout on the score line. But what needs to change what do you think needs to change from you that you didn't do last season that you need to do this season? Like, what general mentality you're bringing into that matchup? Because we know how tough it is to move the ball against that team.
Yeah, I think honestly, I opened that game pretty well. I had some creative runs and stuff that were getting me some yards, and Mixon started to pop off. But I think my issue last year was I was a little loose with the football. I was trying to throw things into tight windows that Gunslinger does, it can get there from time to time or a lot of times, but, against good secondaries and stuff like that. So I'm just going to have to play I'm just going to have to play how I've been playing all year long. And I can't be turning the ball over. I know that D-line is not going to let me, run inside runs. I know that D-line also is not going to give me more than probably 3 seconds in the pocket, if that. So definitely gonna have to go to the drawing board a little bit and kind of think about the game plan, because I think I can beat Alex, or little Alex. I have beat him before, obviously, but he is a great user, and he's built a great team over there. So it's definitely going to be one that I'm gonna rack my brain over the next few days, kind of coming up with a game plan on what I think's best. So a little nervous about that game, to be honest, which this might surprise people. I'm actually I go into every game nervous, even as like this game I was nervous. Like I literally had to kind of like walk around my house and like shake it off. I don't know. I think it's just kind of like that's how I am. Like I like big things like this. I just
play football.
Sure.
Yeah, my nerves just like I just feel it. I mean, even if I feel confident, whatever else, like I just feel a little nervous. But so. It's gonna be a tough game, but like everyone says, if you wanna you want to be the best, you got to beat the best. And though little Alex hasn't won a Super Bowl, he's definitely, he every year he gets into the playoffs, he wins playoff games. He just hasn't been able to get there. And, and then ultimately, if I win that game, then I'm going to have to go up against, one of two people that already have a Super Bowl ring. So it's going to be a tough road, but we feel good where we're at.
Dan, what do you got?
Nothing much. I just, I think you hit on what I wanted to ask, and it's, Cody, you got a great matchup against little Alex, and you got a lot going forward. Yeah, and I think you hit it all on the money, so I got nothing.
Beautiful stuff. All right. Well, yeah, thank you so much, Alex and Cody, for joining us in this one. Just either of you, and, whoever wants to take this, any final thoughts on, the season, the game, whatever you want? Just does anyone have anything else they want to get off their chest before we shut this thing down?
I just want to say, some of these people, there might be, people have been around, a lot of people have been around this league a while. We do have some new guys, but this guy, Alex, he is a force. He's going through, we all kind of go through some slumps. I mean, really, if you look back to me, Madden 18, Madden 19, I was a guy that was probably going to make playoffs, but, other than I think one Super Bowl run, I was pretty consistently a one and done player. So, a lot of things can ebb and flow with Madden, depending on where you're at in your personal life, where you're at, and how the game is, how how locked in you are. Not saying Alex isn't locked in, but I just want people to know that we need to keep throwing some respect on this man's name because he's a great user. Took some tough breaks with that Mahomes fumble. I think, with his offense, he was outspoken. His offense was struggling a little bit. And then, seeing the snow, that's hard because, whether people want to admit it or not, it is really hard to see in those snow games. Mm-hmm. Everything's so bright. Yeah. People kind of blend in from time to time. And so, and then throws can kind of get a little off kilter a little bit. And so, I just want to say, yeah, again, GG's to Alex. He's a great competitor, great user. He played a great game. Unfortunately, the offense was lacking, but honestly, I thought he played really great defense. It just really was me kind of having these long, monotonous drives that really kind of was just pounding it, and was able to kind of find my way in a few times. And so, shout out to him. He played great.
Yeah, I think anyone that knows their history. And I think if you want to be a great better leaguer, you need to know your history. And that is that Alex is definitely one of the great champions of our league. He is our commissioner, yeah. He is a great guy, but he also strung some great championship seasons with some great teams. So as Cody said, you got to give him respect, the respect that he deserves. He's always going to be a force at any given time. And even though, at the moment he might, not be great or winning playoff games or going on deep runs, he's definitely capable of that. And I think people got to keep that in mind when, we're so focused on, the short term, because long term Alex can definitely be something special.
100%. Yeah. Peak prime Alex is as lethal as they come. And I'm including everyone in that statement. It's just really tough to deal with. I mean, he's been my father for the majority of this, for the majority of the better leagues existence, honestly. So I respect him as much as anyone. I am looking forward to seeing how he continues to build this Chiefs roster, whether he makes any alterations to it, and then, just see his continued ability to compete in the playoffs moving forward. Because I do think Alex definitely has a run in him before this cycle is over, Congratulations against Cody. He wins. His Cincinnati Bengals win 28-0 today against Alex's Kansas City Chiefs. He will go on to face little Alex's Buffalo Bills in the divisional round. Thank you so much, Dan, for joining with me again. One of the great men, one of the great color commentators in this league. I appreciate having your insight on here because what you're talking about much more than I do. So it brings some much needed legitimacy to these broadcasts. So thank you for that. Again, thank you all so much for watching. I don't know what the broadcast schedule is going to be tomorrow. We kind of had to figure that out still. I thought today was going to be a doubleheader. I thought we were going to get Rams Giants right after this, but we're not. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, thank you so much for joining. I am your political man, Connor Rice. Hope to see you in the Super Bowl again. Peace.